Hi, today we are doing some very basic interior design rules for you. These are rules that will help you design your living room. They're just 5 basic rules, but I promise you, if you stick to these rules, you will have a beautifully designed living room. Okay? Now, number 1, sofas. I suggest you buy the best sofa you can afford. I know that's very basic information for a lot of you, but you're going to spend an awful lot of time sitting on the sofa, so I suggest you buy the very best because you'd like to be comfy while sitting on your sofa. Now, if you're buying new, I suggest you don't buy sofas that match. Okay, I think it lacks personality. So if you're going to the store to buy a new sofa, if you speak to the people in the store or the shop, they will be able to advise you on fabrics and styles that will match. Okay, they have to be complementary to one another rather than totally different, if you understand what I mean. But if you go to the store, just have a look at the fabrics, and the people in the store will be able to talk you through what's available and what is complementary and what will suit you. But always have your measurements with you. Okay, there is nothing worse than having a sofa arrive at your house and not being able to get it in through the front door, and then it being far too large or far too small for your living room. So bring your measurements with you. That would be the first thing I would say. Now, if you already have sofas that match and you're trying to inject a little personality, let's say, what I would suggest is obviously some cushions and throws. Now, if you're buying new cushions, I would suggest that you buy down-filled cushions. They last much longer. They're actually incredibly comfortable as well, and they look better on your sofa. Trust me on this, they really do. So what you need to do is, or what I would suggest you do is, rather than buy lots and lots of cushions for different seasons or different moods or whatever it is, all you need to do is spend some money buying some down-filled cushions, and then as you decide to change the colour, or if it's Christmas time, some people like to change cushions up for Christmassy type cushions and all that sort of stuff. But all you have to do is change the cushion cover, and it is so much cheaper just to buy a cushion cover than to buy a whole down-filled cushion. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Also, you can get complementary coloured throws rather than the same colour throw as the cushion. Get a complementary colour to the cushions. The throws don't have to be terribly expensive either. You can get some really, really nice ones, but just remember they need to complement both your sofa and your cushions. Okay. Number 2, rugs. People make the mistake of buying little rugs. Please buy big rugs. The thing about rugs is they will define an area on your floor. So if you have a tiny little rug in between a couple of sofas, you know, it will make the space seem quite small and confined. So if you get a bigger rug and actually place your furniture over the rug, it will just make the place look, or the space that you've got the rug in, it will just make the space look so much bigger. And the other thing is, I've got a couple of things to tell you about rugs. If you can, please buy a rug that has wool in it. Don't buy anything that's totally synthetic. It won't last. Lots of people have rugs, and we've had this in our family where rugs come down from generation to generation. So at this stage, some of them are a little threadbare, but I promise you, if you spend some money on a decent rug, it will last you a long time. And the other thing is, if you grow tired of a rug and it is a decent rug, you can actually sell it on to somebody else. You don't have to hold on to this rug forever and ever. But I would suggest that you always buy a decent size and a woolen rug. The style depends on you, as we all know. Taste is subjective, and you can buy what you like, what your style is, but again, it needs to be wool. Also, you can layer rugs on top of carpets. Lots of people have this idea that once you have a carpet, you can't have a rug. That's a myth. You can, and they look absolutely beautiful, I have to tell you, sometimes on top of some very nice carpets. Lamps. Now, please, please do not buy those tiny little lamps that are this big. They're just a waste of your money. I suggest you buy lamps that are larger. Even if your room is small, just buy a larger lamp. If you think your room is too small for a very large lamp, well, a large lamp, I suggest you buy a glass lamp, okay, with a glass base. Now, these are not particularly expensive, they're not particularly cheap either, but I will show you some photographs and you can see exactly what I mean. But please don't waste your money on small lamps. It's a waste of time and money and energy. Number 4, end tables. Now that you have these beautiful sofas and chairs and these beautiful lamps, you are going to need some end tables, okay? Either end of your sofa. You need to make sure they're proper size, they're proper height. This is actually what I mean. There is nothing worse than buying a beautiful sofa, beautiful lamps, and then have them, you know, a foot lower than your sofa. That's just not going to work. You need to make sure that the end tables are the same size as the arm on your sofa. Okay, it's very simple, but oddly some people seem to miss this, and it totally will throw off the balance in the room if your tables are too short. Five, mirrors. Okay, mirrors, I use mirrors all the time, everywhere. But the thing about mirrors are, mirrors can double the size of any room. Okay, some people think that mirrors can be too big. I disagree. But there is a rule to hanging a mirror. If you're hanging a mirror over a fireplace, the mirror cannot be any wider than the fireplace. Okay, fireplace, mirror, that doesn't work. It has to be smaller than the fireplace. If you're hanging it over a cabinet or a unit, it has to be smaller than the cabinet or the unit. It can't be bigger. Again, it's all about balance, so you really need to be careful here. Again, I will show you some photographs, okay, and we'll see how we get on.